compliments of the new year. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. My name is Naka and I'm back. I am back with a book review. Yes. On this channel, guys, we must review a book, and I am going to be reviewing this book for you guys. I am not going to spoil it. I've made a choice that I'm not going to spoil the book, but maybe I can tell a little bit of the story, what it's all about, but not spoil it so much in case somebody wants to read this book. Some people are very allergic to spoilers. Me, I love spoilers. But here's the book. So I read this book last year, and it's I was raised to be Maame, now I want to be me by Jessica George. But on Book Talk and Book Instagram, it's called Mummy. So here it is, and as you can see, it's thick. One thing I learned about last year is that thick books are nice. Thick books are really nice because when you're reading something that is so good, you don't want it to end. And this is one of those. It was one of those. It's so thick, and when it ended, I was like, oh no, that was too soon. I really enjoyed it. I love this book. It floats so perfectly. It was written so beautifully. I was not lost. For example, if I can speak about the characters in most books, some of the books that I read, I would read about a character, their description, whatever, and get to know them. But next time when they speak about them, I actually get confused to say who's who, what's going on. Konja, how does this one enter? With this one, that was not the case. I can promise you that that was not the case. I was not confused by the characters. The characters were actually explained so beautifully. Oh, the characters were wonderful. Especially Maddie. Yeah, the main character is Maddie. I loved Maddie I loved it so much because she was going through some of the things that I went through as a young black woman. So I could relate a lot to what she was saying, what she was doing, what she was trying to do with her life. So yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it, guys, I promise. But the description of the places as well, it was so good. I just when you're reading something and you're imagining the place, you can even see yourself there. Because me in my head, I was Maddie. The whole time when I was reading this book, I was Maddie, and I was in those places. I was in London. I was living my life. I was trying to work in the corporate world. I was trying to work in a bookstore. I was trying to work at a theater. So I was all of those things because they were described so beautifully. Okay, yeah. And one of the things that was memorable for me was when she lost her father. So she lost her father, and I feel like that triggered me a lot because I also lost my father last year early. But as soon as I started reading about her losing her father, ooh, it was so hectic because I could feel the pain in me was rising all over again. And she ended up in therapy. She was dealing with a whole lot of stuff, self confidence, family issues, and then now the loss of her father. So she was obviously dealing with a lot. And she put herself in therapy, but she was very reluctant because in a black community where she comes from, which is Ghana, where they come from, talking to someone about your issues or your family issues is a taboo. You don't do that. Like, she was raised to never ever speak of her issues, like, ever, with anyone, a therapist, a friend, even a best friend. She couldn't, because that's how she was raised, being told that you don't hang our dirty laundry in the streets. You don't do that. So her speaking to somebody was so hard because she had to go back to her mother and explain that, okay, this is what I'm doing. And the mother ended up asking, okay, cool, it's fine, you can go ahead and speak to them, but is she black? And then she went ahead to explain that if she's not black, she's not going to understand what you're going through. Our pain is different, and the way we process it is different. Our rituals, our cultures, some of the things that you're going to explain to her would be so confusing if she's not black. So it was good that the lady was actually black. And even Maddie did say herself that, okay, even though she's never met with a white therapist, being with a black therapist made it easy for her because the black therapist, first of all, understood where we come from in terms of we are reluctant. Going to therapy is a taboo. You don't do that. So she understood from that point of view, and she had to break those walls before she actually went into the root of all the pains that she's going through, the panic attacks and all of that. But yeah, so I ended up also putting myself through counseling because I was triggered, and I did feel deep down inside me that I was not dealing with my the loss of my father the way that would fulfill me and help me accept and help me carry on with my life, accepting. If you are looking to read this book, I would suggest that you do that. If you are influenced too much by reviews, yeah, don't read reviews, but you can watch this video. It's okay to watch this video. I don't reveal too much. I don't reveal too much. So other topics that they talk about in this book is relationships and actually breaking a virginity, guys. That happened so long ago, but reading about it was like, wow, there's actually this thing that happens where there's a lot of expectations, there's a lot of fear, there's excitement because you're like, okay, I'm gonna explore this other side of the world of life, you know. So they talk about that, and they also talk about interracial relationships. I'm glad that they didn't dwell too much on that because yeah, that topic is yeah, it's overdone in my opinion, and I'd love to read rather about other experiences, but they did touch on it and I actually enjoyed that part. But it's just it's a phase, it's a season that's passing, and then she goes on to experience other men, um, and it's really nice, guys. The storytelling is so beautiful. I enjoyed this book so much, I won't lie to you, and out of 5 I'm actually rating it 5 stars. 5 stars, 100% 5 stars, no doubt in my mind. So if you've read this book, guys, let me know in the comments what did you think of it. If maybe you know somebody that read this book, please send them this video so that they can watch, and maybe comment and let me know what they thought of the book. And I'm going to share with you what I'm currently reading for the month of Jan. I'm back, I'm reading. December I didn't read anything, but now I'm going to read this baby here. The Hustler's Bible by Gaten Mackenzie. I've already started the book. I'm currently on chapter 3, and yeah, it's good. It's going. I'm going to review it as well. It was popular at some point, but yeah, I'm going to review it as well. I'm enjoying it so far. So far, I am enjoying this book because it's written so simply. There's not too much jargon and all those, but it's really a good one. So guys, let me know in the comments below also, what are you reading? Are you reading anything? If you're not reading anything, guys, that doesn't mean you mustn't comment. Comment, girl, I'm not reading anything. Okay, so yeah, please comment, like, share, subscribe, and see you next time. Bye bye. Existed. I know what I need, ain't gonna lie. I know what I want, speaking my mind.